Hi everyone, Miss Gab here. Welcome to Rebellious Activists Part 2. Today we're going to be talking about Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was a Mexican-American civil rights activist and labor leader. He was born in Yuma, Arizona on March 31st, 1927. When he was 10 years old, right after the Great Depression, a time of economic turmoil in this country, where his family lost his home, his family had to move to California and became migrant workers. There, they picked fruit and vegetables in really harsh working conditions under the sun for multiple hours at a time. He also worked with his family picking fruit and vegetables to help them so that he could bring money into the family. He joined the Navy during World War II, and when he came back from the war, he became a grassroots organizer, where he gave speeches, led protests, but most importantly, organized and mobilized his community. And then he eventually left and founded the National Farm Workers Association, which is now known as the United Farm Workers of America, which is still around today. His goal with this organization was to unionize farm workers around the country. He wanted better working conditions and increased hourly wages. Most of the people who were migrant workers were poor and didn't have access to good housing or have proper medical care or education. He knew it was possible to make working conditions better, and he had a plan. He was really strict and demanded that the United Farm Workers of America fight peacefully for their rights. He used nonviolent tactics as means for negotiation. He knew that if they worked together, they could fight for their rights and get treated more fairly. In 1965, he staged a strike against the Delano grape growers in California. A strike is when workers refuse to work until something changes, which is different from a boycott. During this time, the United Farm Workers of America protested, marched, and were able to get a collective agreement which guaranteed farm workers increased pay and a right to unionize. Chavez was a very smart man, and he studied past boycotts throughout history, and he knew that in order for the United Farm Workers to succeed in their demands, they needed to organize. In 1983, he passed away surrounded by his family and loved ones, and a year after his death, in 1994, he was given the Presidential Medal of Freedom by President Bill Clinton. Cesar Chavez was a migrant farm worker and organizer who fought for the collective rights of farm workers and will be remembered for that.